Welcome. I'm up on the South Downs Way. I'm on my gravel bike and my buddy's on a mountain bike, and today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of a gravel bike on the South Downs Way. So let's start with the pros. Now my bike is lighter than Kev's. I don't have the weight of a mountain bike fork. It's all carbon. So when we hit the climbs, I start to pull away.
You were definitely faster up there.
Now there are sections on the South Downs Way of gravel and of road, and in these, this bike smashes them. To be fair, very little road on South Downs Way, but there is quite a lot of gravel. There is the odd section which is a bit narrow, in between gate posts such like. Narrower bars on the gravel bike just makes it a little bit easier. Gravel bikes are generally lighter. This gravel bike's about 9 kilograms I think. My mountain bike's about 11. And when you're doing a lot of climbing in the day, which you will do on the South Downs, those extra couple of kilograms of weight saving can be quite important. So definite one for the pro column. Now let's talk about the cons. Well, there are some cons of course. There are some steep descents on the South Downs Way. Some of them are quite smooth, which is fine. But other of them are quite rutted and bumpy, and when you hit one of those, I can't live with a mountain bike. Now this is quite a steep, technical, rutted downhill, and this bike is going to struggle on this. I don't have the advantage of thicker tyres or suspension, so I'm going to have to take it a lot easier, and I'm definitely going to be a lot slower. Now that descent was really tough, much slower than on the mountain bike. But luckily there's not many descents like that on the South Downs Way. Now I should say that my tyres are 38mm, and if I had wider tyres I'd probably improve my downhill. And I'm sure there'll be cyclists out there who go, well, I can fly downhill at the same speed as a mountain bike. Good for you, but I'm just talking about my experience and my level. There are some long and rocky descents on the South Downs Way, and when you're riding on a gravel bike with no front suspension, you will feel it. Particularly through your arms and your shoulders. I'm on a fairly long ride today, and the comfort level is just not quite as high on a gravel bike when you're doing this much off-road. That was tough on my arms, tough on my shoulders. Would have been preferred to be on a mountain bike for that one. Now, even though I've said that this gravel bike is better for climbing than the mountain bike, I'm on quite a steep hill here now, quite technical ruts, rocks, and the gearing on a mountain bike is generally lower, so it is bike dependent. So you might find when it gets very steep, you might find yourself running out of gears and having to push a little while. Equally, you might be able to push on through and get all the way up. Really depends on how fit you are. Well, I went into my lowest gear, but I still have to push a short section. Got up most of it though. Good ride today, solid 40k, and be interesting what you think about the pros and cons of a gravel bike on the South Downs Way. I could probably summarise it by saying, well, a gravel bike is lighter, it's faster on the climbs, but it's slower on some of the descents, and it is a bit tough on the shoulders and arms. The mountain bike is faster on the descents, particularly when they get a bit more technical. It's a bit heavier, but it's probably a bit more comfortable on a long ride. I'm certainly feeling it across the back of my shoulders at the moment. But what's your experience? Some gravel bikes are more off-road focused, so this isn't going to apply to everyone. And some people are fitter and better bike handlers than me. So please put your comments down below, share your thoughts. And thank you for watching today. Please like, subscribe, help the channel grow, and I'll see you on the next one.